Hello learners, and welcome to the session on tribes of Uttar Pradesh. In the previous session, we learned about tribes in Uttarakhand as well as tribes in Rajasthan. All these form part of Block 3, Unit 2 of the course BSW 044, that is Tribes of Northern and Northeastern region of India. Now, before I continue, I would like to have a small recap of what we did. In the previous sessions, we learned about the tribals in Rajasthan, that is the Bhil tribes, the Grasia, Meena and other tribes along with their tradition and culture. We also discussed the tribals of Uttarakhand, namely Jaunsari, Tharu, Buksa, Raji as well as the other tribes. We also looked into the distinct traits as well as religious beliefs among others. Now, let us look at the tribals in Uttar Pradesh. But before we continue, a little about Uttar Pradesh. How many of us know about Uttar Pradesh? We all know that it is a state in India with the largest population. But beyond that, what do we know? Let us understand. Uttar Pradesh is India's most populous state, as well as the world's most populous sub-national entity. Uttar Pradesh has an important place in the culture of India. It is considered to be the birthplace of Hinduism. It was a center of nationalism during the British colonial period and has continued to play a prominent role in Indian politics and cultural movements. The state has a rich heritage of traditional crafts and cottage industries of various types that employ highly skilled craftsmen and artisans. Tribes of Uttar Pradesh form an integral part and live with a distinct culture of their own. Tharu, Jaunsari, Raji, Bhutia, Gonds and Boksa are the 6 major tribes of Uttar Pradesh. Now, they are also found in Uttarakhand that we studied. However, there might be similarities as well as dissimilarities among these tribes in these 2 places. Now, the tribals about this, they are mainly found in the present state of Uttarakhand. The tribal population of Uttar Pradesh mostly hailed from the hilly regions of Uttar Pradesh. It comprises only a small percentage of the entire population of the state. In spite of innumerable external influences, the tribes of Uttar Pradesh have retained their uniqueness and ethnicity. They have distinctive cultural characteristics which can easily be differentiated from the rest of the state. The culturally distinct and ethnic population is divided mainly within 3 regions like the Terai Bhabar area near Baraik district, the Vindhyan tracts near the frontiers and the marginal mountain tracts of Garhwal, Kumaon and Uttarakhand. The Jaunsari tribe occupies the major portion numerically in the state and claims their lineage to both the Rajput and the Brahmins. The Terai Bhabar area is concentrated with the Boksas and the Tharus, whereas tribes like Agaria, Bhumiyar, Bhil, Chero, Gond, Gasya, Kol, Oraon, Panika, Paraiya, Korwa, Patari and Saharia dwell near the Vindhyan mountain ranges. Boksa, Tharu, Bhotia, Raji and the Jaunsari dwell in the sensitive border areas and have been given the scheduled tribe status by the Constitution of India. This we even mentioned in the previous session when we studied the tribes in Uttarakhand. Along with the Tharus and the Boksas, there are some other tribes in Uttar Pradesh who trace their origin from the Mongoloids and the Khasas of the Himalayan regions belonging to the Indo-Aryan stock. As far as the occupation of the tribes in Uttar Pradesh is concerned, it has been found that the Koltas till the land for the Khasa tribe. The Jaunsaris can be termed as laborers as they mostly work as laborers in fields, farms and forests. The Bajgi tribes have taken up the profession of tailoring. Certain tribes of Uttar Pradesh like the Gasyas, Agarias and the Panikas serve the Gonds, though in the present day the Gonds have lost their status of supremacy. Liquor is among the most favorite of all tribes in Uttar Pradesh. Rice beer is a very popular alcoholic drink among the tribes and is prepared by the Tharus, Kathawaras and the Dhagwarias. The Kora and the Raji tribe depend mainly on wild fruits and tree roots for the daily consumption. Although in the present day, the tribes of Uttar Pradesh put on the dresses which the other inhabitants of the state wear, but traditionally they prefer gaudy outfits and jewelry. By gaudy we mean a flashy, a colorful, a very unique kind of a dress. Now the tribes of Uttar Pradesh have their own religious beliefs and faiths, but interestingly, they also worship many of the Hindu gods and goddesses. For instance, the Kol tribe of the Banda region worships Rama, Sita and Lakshman because they believe that they are closely associated with them while they were in exile in Chitrakoot. On the other hand, the Shaharia tribe believes that they are closely associated to Shabri, who was a poor Bhil woman and had impressed Lord Rama during his visit to Chitrakoot. The tribes of Uttar Pradesh follow a patrilineal and patriarchal structure of society, yet the women of the tribal society enjoy a dominant status within their society. Polygamy remains as a status symbol among the tribes of Uttar Pradesh and polyandry is practiced by the Jaunsari tribe. The Korwas and the Bhotias have a custom that on the death of the elder brother, the younger brother can rightfully marry the widow. Merrymaking and music in the form of song and dance are an integral part of the tribal life in Uttar Pradesh. Both men and women participate in the dances among the Jaunsari and the Bhotias. The Kols encourage only the women dancers, whereas among the Bhoksas, the dancing of a woman is not permitted. The Tharu women are found dancing only during the festival of Holi. Altogether, it can be concluded saying that the tribes of Uttar Pradesh have a charming way of life. Their colorful life, filled with simplicity, has become a significant feature of the state, and in fact, their diverse culture and a way of life are important ingredients in the life of Uttar Pradesh. Now, having heard about the tribes in a little bit highlighted version, now let us go into a little bit more brief about these tribes. First, we'll start with the Buxar tribe. Buxar tribe speak the Buxar language, which belongs to the Indo-Aryan language with fluency. The Buxar tribes are concentrated in several districts located in the southwestern part of the state of Uttar Pradesh. The total population of the Buxar tribes have been enumerated to be approximately little bit more than 4,000. As far as the languages is concerned, most of the Buxar tribes converse with each other in Buxar language and seldom in any other languages used to converse with people belonging to other communities. The societal structure of the Buxar tribe is quite traditional, with only minimum changes brought about by the modernization. Status of the females in the Buxar tribal community is also not very significant. The fertility among the Buxar female is relatively high as they marry at a very young age. Since these Buxar have stuck to their age-old traditions and customs, they have developed an antipathy towards the modern age and are quite reluctant to adapt to the modern facilities of the modern science. They believe in the traditional forms of medicines and use their own system of medicine to cure diseases. Now move forward to the Gonds. The Gonds are a Dravidian tribe. The Gonds are among the largest tribal groups in South Asia. The term Gond refers to tribal peoples who live all over India's Deccan Peninsula. Scholars believe Gonds settled in Gondwana, now known as eastern Madhya Pradesh, between the 9th and 13th centuries AD. Muslim writers describe a rise of Gond states after the 14th century. Gond kingdoms came to be established in Karla, Betul, Deoghar, Chindwara, Garha, Mandla, Jabalpur and Chanda around the 14th century. Now historians have lauded the prosperity and good governance under the Gond kings. Gonds are similar to many tribal groups today in that they face severe economic hardships. Although some Gonds groups own a great deal of land, others are classified as scheduled tribes, which means they need special social and economic help. In regard to the society, the Gond society can be divided into three classes. Number 1, the aristocracy called the Raj Gonds. Number 2, tenants known as the Das Gonds. And number 3, the laborers who were called the Kamais. The society is further divided into clans with their specific totems. Joint families function as the unit for day-to-day management of their affairs. They hold the agricultural land in common ownership. They are strictly exogamous and cannot accept wives from the same clan or one having the same totem. However, their preferred form of marriage is the cross-cousin marriage. In terms of religion, Parsa Pen is the most distinctive feature of Gond religion. Like many other tribes, Gonds worship a high god known as Baradev, whose alternate names are Bhagavan, Sri Shambhu Mahadev and Parsa Pen. Baradev oversees activities of lesser gods. He is respected, but he does not receive fervent devotion which is shown only to clan deities. Each Gond clan has its Parsa Pen who protects all clan members. The Parsa Pen is essentially good but can be dangerous and violent as well. Many Gonds believe that when a Pardhan plays his fiddle, the deity's fierce powers can be controlled. Gonds believe evil spirits and the gods' displeasure cause most diseases and misfortunes. They seek and ask soothsayers and diviners to find out the cause of problems and to suggest remedies. Sometimes magicians and shamans, which are also known as healers, can provide this advice. Magicians use special formulas to control the action of a deity or spirit that is causing a particular affliction. Shamans fall into a trance and give voice to the demands of an offended god or spirit. Talking about the rites of passage among the Gonds community, the Gonds protect pregnant women against spells and evil influences and perform several rituals after a baby is born. A mother's brother generally names a baby boy while the father's sister names a girl. Children grow up as part of the family, clan and phratri, that is one of the four main divisions of Gond society, and gradually learn the ways of their people. Both boys and girls help guard family crops from birds and monkeys. Males undergo a ritual shaving of the beard, moustache and eyebrows as a sign of adulthood. Girls are considered full-grown at their first menstruation. Let's talk about the family life among the Gond society. Gond society is divided into four groups known as patris or sagas in Gondi. Each saga traces its descent to one of the four groups of gods who emerged from the cave after their release by the hero Lingal. The saga is divided into several clans. A clan consists of a group of people who believe they share a common ancestor. Generally, it is good to marry outside the clan. Gonds typically choose their marriage mates and a tribal council approves the matches. The father of a groom pays a bride price. Gond weddings include many significant ceremonies. The main part of the wedding occurs when the bride and groom walk 7 times around a wedding post. Newlyweds live with the groom's family until it is possible for them to move into a house of their own. Sometimes Gond matches are made when a groom and bride elope. These marriages must be approved later by relatives and the village council. The council also can approve divorces. Now, talking about the clothing, Gond's clothing is not very expensive. Gond men typically wear the dhoti or loincloth. The dhoti is a long piece of white cotton cloth wrapped around the waist and then drawn between the legs and tucked into the waist. Women wear a cotton sari, which is like a length of fabric wrapped around the waist with one end thrown over the right shoulder, and a choli, which is a tight-fitting cropped blouse. The Gond women are not averse to tattooing, and large parts of their bodies are tattooed with stars and figures of men and women. The staples of the Gond diet are two millet known as kodo and kutki. These are either boiled to a broth or cooked to a dry cereal. Broth is preferred for the first two meals of the day, and the dry cereal is eaten at night, often with vegetables. Vegetables are either grown in gardens or collected from forests along with roots and tubers. Honey is also gathered from forests. Rice is a luxury item that Gonds enjoy during feasts and festivals. Most Gonds like meat. Now, let's talk about the cultural heritage, crafts and hobbies among the Gonds community. The Gonds celebrate most festive occasions with song and dance. In some instances, such as with the Danduri dances retell events from Gond mythology. Gonds have rich arts tradition that includes pottery, basket making, body tattooing and floor painting. They paint designs in red and black on the walls of their houses. These drawings often celebrate festivals and depict animals, birds, human figures, hunting and dancing. Gonds make musical instruments as well. They carve memorial pillars in wood and stone for their dead. They often decorate houses with carved doors and panels. From the Gonds, let us move to the Tharu tribe. Tharus are one of the largest tribal community found in the state of Uttar Pradesh. They reside in the interiors of jungles, and due to which they have not been influenced by the outer world. A large majority of them are also found in Nepal. These days, the Tharus have become farmers and practice cultivation of different variety of products. They produce crops like barley, wheat, maize and rice. They also engage themselves in rearing of animals and chickens. Ducks, pigs, goats, etc. are some of the common animals usually found in almost each and every household of Tharu village. They also have developed into good fishermen these days because of the rivers alongside their settlement. The language of the Tharu people is beautiful and is derived from Sanskrit. They are strongly built and are dark in color and have gained resistance to diseases like malaria. There is no dearth of cultural exuberance as highlighted in several aspects of it. These include housemaking, clothing and dance. Multitude of these Tharu tribes reside in large houses. These houses are made up of mud with lattice walls. Uniqueness of this Tharu tribe is that they have developed a style of decorating the walls with various beautiful decorative items. They use several beautiful items to decorate their houses. These include rice containers and other objects that are easily available in their surroundings. So there is not much of difference between the Tharu tribes found in Uttar Pradesh and the Tharu tribes found in Uttarakhand. Now, Tharu tribal community has developed practice of worshipping indigenous deities as well as that of other religions. Although maximum of these Tharu tribes follow Hinduism, there are quite a handful who have taken up other religion like Islam. These Tharus have accepted all other religion together with their own beliefs and practices. They have the indigenous deities like Bunyar and Goraja in their village. In household, worship of the family deities is observed in quite an elaborate manner. Special rituals are associated with these worships. Animal sacrifices are done by them in order to appease the deities for various reasons like prevention of diseases or occurrence of natural calamities. A popular legend is that deities are being provided with a bhakal, which is promise of something, in lieu of getting assurances of getting the gods' protection from various omens. Now, various animals, namely pigeons and chickens, are used for sacrificial purposes. Also, milk and beautiful silk clothes are given as offerings. Special rites are also observed at the time of death of any members of the Tharu family. In the Tharu society, shamans or the local healer, indigenous healer, hold a place of prominence. Those shamans who act as doctors are called Guruba and make use of some of the Buddhist medicines for curing disease. Since the belief is that the diseases can be cured easily if the gods are pleased, the onus of pleasing gods and defeating evil spirits falls on these shamans who beat drums and offer sacrifices to please the gods and defeat the evils. Now with this, we come to the end of part 1 of the tribes in Uttar Pradesh, and we shall continue about the other tribes in the next session.